Alright, good morning everyone. So, a little bit tired right now. Took a series of naps while I was trying to finish watching a show. But we're here now, around when I said I would go live. So let's get our audio check out of the way, get Satisfactory powered up, and get into things. When I said I would go live. I love it when the audio works. Okay, so I have done some more work in Satisfactory off stream. Most of that being getting extra water lines routed into everything else. I've got the water for, well, I've got 2 lines of 600 for the nuclear section. Wanted to make sure I had enough to operate the refineries, because I don't think I had any of those wired up to anything, and those are going to need operational juice. Then I needed, well, I've got more than enough now with those two lines of 600. But then I needed enough water on the other side of the factory at my main base to power up the nuclear pasta production section. Now, most of that's not actually like done, it's just that I got the water done, but also getting the copper necessary for all of the copper powder that we're going to need. That wasn't too bad. I think I wanted to put power shards in those, but we will get to that when we get to that. I also played around a little bit with trying to make a foundation section, because for the main bus line to our final factory, I wanted to make something like wide and expansive and all around, like, you know, it actually looks like I spent time on something. And I don't think the what are we at, 6x6 for this? No, internally it's 5x5. I think I need the Mark III one in order to actually have the space I want. And then back there you can kind of see I've got 2 lines of water that are just sitting on top, bracketing the quartz. Most of this is still not operational. Steel pipes, concrete. Some scrap. It's that stuff. Yeah, so this is where we start getting into like really complex logistics. Heavy mud frames, so that's powering up into those, yep. Well, let's go to the line above and try to grab our alumina scrap. Also got to get all of this sectioned up, don't I? Here's your alumina scrap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 70 water. I don't have any reinforced plates. That's alumina solution. That makes your copper ingots. Okay, this is bauxite and water. Okay, yeah, this is why I was making water lines. This one thing here pipe's worth of water. Yep. And then that's going to do a bauxite. I'm going to split this off the back. That there. And then I'm going to put this So at this point, I'm really not going for like efficiency. I'm just trying to make things work. this is going to branch this way, not as any sort of main water line, but purely as a support. We got that, we got that. How much do these make? These are all the iron refineries, that's glorious. These produce water as a byproduct. Two separate things. Making alumina scrap. Why do I have two separate things? Probably has to do with how I organized all the material. Because I built part of this. I built this in two stages. Stage one was getting all the nuclear stuff ready. Stage two was getting all of the reactor rods, the nuclear control rods ready. So a lot of this probably is for that. Then if these are alumina scrap, I still need to figure out where I'm putting all of my limestone. Because wet concrete is going to be our shutoff. Finish setting up a lot of this. That's plastic. Let me check that. Why do I have two sections of 9 for plastic? Unless one was supposed to be time to confer with my notes. This is why you should always try to get like one major plan and work off of that, rather than a bunch of lesser plans. Not plastic, not plastic, not plastic. Where? Okay, so I don't need plastic for the pressure conversion cubes. Okay, part of this. That's still not plastic. That's the old production for ACUs. That's part of what I need for nuclear pasta, so that doesn't make sense. Batteries. Okay, this is what I fucked up. Is that it? Because I fucked that up. Did I redo that? Okay, so I don't need it, or I shouldn't need it for the control rods. I need 9 for batteries. Dangerously dangerous. Okay, we're just going to have to, like, backtrack a lot of this. Shit. So we were down here. No refineries. First refinery deck. This is making alumina solution. This is making iron. Copper. Taking the alumina solution, making alumina scrap. And there's no sign of anything making petroleum coke. Deuterium. Crude oil to resin to make heavy oil residue. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my refineries for concrete. copper sheets. Now, I was definitely going to make those in refineries. Because there's a refinery thing for steamed copper sheets. And I think we just went through the whole thing and realized that I don't have steamed copper. What the hell did I do? Or rather, what the hell did I not do? So this is where your bauxite goes in. Okay. So I need 600 bauxite. Need to build our way back, I guess. Uh-oh. Oh, my computer just stuttered. Everything appears to still be working. I don't know if that's going to end up splitting stream, but hopefully everything's still fine. Here's your bauxite intake. The outtake. 240 alumina solution. And we're doing 3 of that. So that's 720. We've got to bring the alumina solution over here. You know what I'm going to do? Since we have these doubles, and we don't have anything that's clear to produce petroleum coke, I'm probably going to eliminate this whole section. because I don't think I'm going to need that. Pet coke and concrete are lost. Need copper too. Right, for down here. We need copper sheeting. 22 of them times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be 110. .2.5, so 45, 90, call it 120, just to be safe. 120 copper sheeting. So steamed copper sheet, steamed copper sheet. Okay, so that's convenient. We can make just 5. Lucky that caught. Kind of forgot which thing I had installed there. Really need to get these operational. Solution, that. Too much. Fused modular frame. What requires... over here. Of course it would be. And that's the only output. And it's got to get over to there. Which, all in all, that's not terrible. Here. There. See, it's doing that funky curve thing. I think it's because these are like slightly too tight of turns. Like, it'll let you build them, but doesn't let you build them politely. Wanted to start let's say there, build in the right spot, yeah, that's fine. Half, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's never going to run at production speed, but you know, it's... At this point, it's the principle of just getting the fastest belts together to make sure everything works. And that should be everything that we need for our plutonium cells. In case plutonium cells. some encased plutonium fuel rods somewhere. Those eat into that, which goes this way. Ducks up. Hit somewhere over here. Yeah, plutonium fuel rods. And the pressure conversion cubes. The pressure conversion cubes get produced over there. We get those. And our plutonium cells go into the muncher. Because plutonium cells actually can go in the muncher. I could use them for nuclear power, but then I have to deal with plutonium waste, and we're struggling right now just to get shit done for this. Like, all the times I fly up and down, that's not me stalling, that's me just like getting a little bit mind boggled. Yes. Right. Some of that goes back over to here where we have encased industrial beams. Here we have our alumina scrap. We need to get the water. There's not a whole lot of going around it. We need to get the water wired up. Because that's going to impeach, or not impeach, although that might be vaguely the correct term. It's going to impede everything. So, how many of these do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That's 500 water. Just for this line. I am going to need to make more water pumps. In the right spot. First off, I'm going to make all of this Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, hello, Ryder. I'm doing well. Getting a little bit of a headache because I cannot figure out what I did or what I planned, and just you know, suffering from the logistical nightmare of trying to power up nuclear reactors. Because one thing I figured out, I need to get all of my reactor control rods here, and I wasn't making enough. And then I realized that in order to get the control rods here the way I wanted to, I need to make batteries, which is probably a good thing that I start making, because I'm probably going to need them at some point in the future for something else. So I needed to make a whole thing of batteries. And it's been a cascade of ever increasing problems. So I am going through it. So 13 on each side of this. There are 12. Every single one of the 12 takes 20. So that should only, in theory, only be like 240 water. I'm gonna do terrible things. There shall be war crimes. Because that's the last thing. so I made that branch off over to here. I wanted to join up with that so that we could get some extra flowing into there. I'm going to put a valve that way. Pipeline one that way. Pipeline that way. Need to zip all the way down here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 5. And that should about do away with that line, but then we still have to get more water lines. last one. Don't think we have enough copper. Okay. So, that's water hooked up for those things. This makes alumina solution, so now I have to get the alumina solution from here to there. I might have just shot myself in the foot to do. Definitely did shoot myself in the foot to do. But, hang on. I have an idea. Do that. I think the easier thing is to just have one line run by itself. Does that produce any? No, that's just liquid or solid. No, let's swing it this way. Then need I want that. No, I don't even need that. I just need 2 sections. One, two, three, four. It's not quite what I would have liked it to be, but I can manage with it. Bumping into the tops of other machines keeps turning my jetpack off. So, that. In theory, that'll work. Now, those produce 105 runoff water. Put in a middle coupling. Don't even actually need the middle coupling. Shit. 2, 5. Do. That gets done. That has inputs. Output is the alumina solution. Alumina solution comes over here. And we get a total of 1,200 alumina scrap. $60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18, 60, 1080. So that actually kind of does make sense. Actually, 1,200. I don't have a belt big enough to hold 1,200. So I'm going to need 2 lines. Ah, shit. least it's easy because there's 2 of each, so I can just make it like double up. Merger. Doink doink. That way. Shit. Need to spin it before I lock it in place. I want it to be in this line, about here. I'm going to make that, and then to there, so I can then take that, like that. It come over here. So the maximum is 600. The belts make 780, so after 3, I can merge it in. I'm gonna have to do the whole fucking system, aren't I? What is it, like a notch between them? Your leftovers merge in. You do that. You do that. You hook up there. Hang on, figuring it out. Figuring it out. If I make this and then I make this ha. And that gets to merge, and that does its thing, and we can all be happy. Potentially. If any of this works by the time I'm done, I'm going to be happy. If any of it works. I am... At this point, I'm fully expecting our nuclear system to just shut down. And yeah, I probably could have done this whole section a little bit better, but do I particularly care? No. You are a piece of trash. Splits, merges, does that thing, goes over there. So that should be that's copper. That's wired up. Okay, so we need to get the bauxite in, but that's easy enough. We've got the alumina solution piped out over to here. This gets your alumina solution in, your alumina scrap out, the alumina scrap goes into the thing. Now the only thing this needs is petroleum coke. It needs 60 petroleum coke. And there are 4 of them. So these produce copper sheets, which probably are all set. And then production. Take off that, so that's one less thing on the list. Pet coke. And I said there were 4 things. Those 4. 60 and 60 is 120, so 240. So that accounts for most of our petroleum coke. I'm gonna make a third because there'll be extra. Produces surplus. To does sink. Okay, so we can at least kind of say that we've got that planned out. We don't actually need the petroleum coke to wire in. That just needs water, which we've got wired up. What are these supposed to be? Caterium, 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 24. 9, 216. This. Water. Does anything else up here need water? That takes crude. Heavy into that. $22.5. Nope, nope, nope. Two, three, four, five. $112. I'll call it 120. So I'm going to end up needing another full goddamn thing of water. God damn it. So hoping we actually get a lot done today. Okay. That eats alumina. Wait, hold on. Okay, so I don't think this is meant to produce anywhere near a full tank. Because you got the 200 bauxite. makes 240 alumina solution. That 240 alumina solution, I think, is only supposed to power these two. There is going to be an ungodly amount of just watching this section to make sure that nothing breaks. You make encased beams, you eat encased beams. Is that correct? Yes. And it produces heavy modular, which we already wired out. These all need to be a notch closer. Go over here. Did the wrong thing because I glanced at chat and wasn't paying attention. One, two, three, four. Son of a bitch. That started. That's wired. I think all the water on this level's wired, which is probably for the best. Now I just need to get all the rest of the water wired up. $216 water. And I already got that put in place. Actually, hang on. Nope, those make copper ingots. Why did I make copper ingots? Did I make a section that was actually going to produce... Ah, yeah, we need wire. These maybe. So 60 to produce 130. 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be 360 as a max. Oh yeah, this is going to produce way less. $360 now max. Will still need to wire this. I might be able to get away with a single water line because no, I'm using up just about all the water I have, aren't I? But one of the other ones should have some excess at some point. I don't know. I've got to make a very quick run to the restroom. So I'm just going to put on the pause screen. Going to let you listen to the wonderful background noise of the factory. And I will be right back. Sorry for the slight delay. Had to check a couple things. Go back to our primary thing. Get down here. You're going to wire up... No, not this. That. Don't actually need that because that's supposed to be the last one in the line. Dang it. To be fair, if I take this and I wire it such that follows this path, 1, 2, 3, 5. I can rest assured it's not going to intersect anything. And I am, in other news, falling further and further behind posting videos, but that's because I'm spending all of my time trying to get some other stuff done, and on any given day I'm not getting half of what I want to get done accomplished. So, losses all around. That is 200 and something water. That's just for oil. This. What I say. Only needs 100 something water. Shit. Okay. Yes. Which would mean 216 water. I've got to assume that it's the maximum, because if I don't assume it's the maximum, I'm going to end up screwing myself. So that's 216, 120, so that's 300. Just over 300. Call it 340, just to be safe. Below currently beats about 3. And that produces water. So yeah, we can merge that with our other water line. Residual plastic 9 180. Yeah. We need to go back to the main base and acquire copper, as well as additional supplies of alumina scrap. All of which is pretty expected. And while we're at the main base, we can gather up some of our materials for phase 4. We can throw those into the space elevator. And I mean, really the only reason I'm not going to be producing nuclear pasta yet is because of the massive drain on energy that's going to be taking place just for that one product. And the fact that I genuinely don't think our power grid currently, without a nuclear booster, can handle it. It is amusing that, like, I can clearly see the particle accelerators from here, though. We're like a kilometer away. Although I gotta admit, the section for producing all of our future nuclear pasta is way more organized in appearance than our section for creating everything else. Like, all this is for the additional reactor rods. Control rods. Reactor control rods. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fuck it, I'll grab 10. Yoink, yoink. Alclad aluminum sheet. Okay, so we've still got 1,000 in our inventory. So that's all spare, which is not bad. Get rid of those. I'm going to get rid of our spare quartz crystal, because that's just taking up space. So we need copper and we need plastic. I'm gonna grab 6. Gonna have that start getting digitized. Five to be digitized. And 5 for our inventory. And that still leaves us with plenty of space. Iron plates. We do need... I'll grab enough of those to digitize. Grab 2 stacks of plates, 2 stacks of rods. 2 stacks of concrete. What about cable? So that. Wire, we got plenty of. Quick wire we could use more of, but we don't use quick wire too often. Quick wire is not even on this side of the thing. If I even have it. Oh, I've got to have it. The fact that some of these are not stacked up is fairly concerning. That, I think, is our concrete line. Obviously, we're going to need a ton of iron, but iron is a simple enough fix. Oh, right. I said I was going to grab our other products. And I don't even have space for the other products anymore. I don't need cooling systems. Don't need fused things. I do need these. So we are going to need more assembly directors. Those will be done by the time we get, probably by the time we get back. Don't need those. The magnetic generators. That's fine. And all this keep in mind, I haven't even done rocket fuel yet. And then we only have 2 things producing propulsion rockets. We are so close to getting to the final phase. And yet we still don't have nuclear power, and that's going to be critical because the final phase requires some absolutely absurd machinery. Construction crate. Everything is in my inventory as it should be. Hear the machines rumbling. Hop, skip, and a jump away. Yeah, we're going to need to put in a well extractor on that so that we can get oil. Get oil to our nuclear power plant thing. Crap. I hear little spider crawlies. I don't like spiders. Hear more creepy crawlies. Go away. And to think I only built 2 extra lines of water over here so far. Yeah, the two on either side of me right now. This one here and this one here. The ones that end are the only 2 that I built. Not realizing that I would need a fuck ton. Yeah, we are going to make this next. $180. 180. So that would put our other line at a grand total of about 520 water. Give or take some change. Going to start this. Don't need that, because this is going to be... Fuck you, little thing. One, two, three, four, five. forward 3, and then I have to rotate. 1, 2, 3. I think this is 5. That goes like that. Do that. And then we amend our number up here to be 520. And then that eats another 200 water. So I think this is probably the last one. This might be the last water pipe that we need to get, well, proper water pipe. Obviously we're still gonna get like whatever additional alumina thing, but by and large, organization. Assume type below equals 200 water in. And that does that to get your... Okay, so this eats alumina solution to the tune of 360. Yoink, yoink. Come to think of it, I should make sure the other alumina solution things are also routed on Mark IIs. Site that produces alumina solution. Did I like skip a step in my head? Did I? Yeah, okay, I definitely did. I just added them together. Whoops. let's go over here so that I know. Bauxite, water. I'm trying to get the alumina solution. Out. Honestly, I'm kind of fine with that. I think it's just that we would need the intakes. So I think the better option is actually to go just straight that way. Doink, doink, doink. This is too No, this is our alumina solution. Oh yeah, that's... I'm so tired, I'm losing track of my own plans. I genuinely hope that doesn't interfere with any inputs. Nope, that's going to definitely interfere with inputs. fine. It's fine. I can always do this instead. Do this, do this. That. Fire up that. Actually, why don't I put it on this side? That way it'll kind of fit in with the bauxite. Or the petroleum coke. Okay, so that's your alumina solution in. And then we get alumina scrap out, and then we get the water out. And I know this is going to be under 200. I just don't remember how far under 200, because these are going to be like underclocked. And these can get tucked behind. Organization. That should be all of our liquids. Nope, what's this? What's this? Heavy oil residue. Okay, so this is just going to be oil. Logistics. Okay, if we can get all the liquids done today, I'll be pretty happy. Because liquids are a pain, because stacking pipes, for whatever reason, is something that you can't do easily. Okay, this. What output does this have? Copper sheet. Okay, so I need space. Right. Put that there first of all. Whoop, that didn't build correctly. Do that. One, two, three, four, five. Shit. Copper ingot and water. So if I'm going to go out that far anyway, I might as well. Yeah, if I bring it out to here, then I don't have to contend with anything, and I can just pipe the copper or whatever straight in. One, two, three, four, five. Two, three, four, five. These. So 40, 80, 100 heavy oil residue. That heavy oil residue has to all get turned into stuff. I need... that. And then we're going to wire these back under here. That to be out further. And I see that I never really finished this, so we're just going to finish this up real quick. Do that, that goes around over to there, that heavy oil gets done to those, gets... I do believe that that is our entire liquid problem solved. Holy shit. Alright. I had kind of planned on going for like 3 hours, but I think I'm going to end up calling it a little bit early here just because we got a ton done today and we're at a good stopping point. Babylon stream number 63. So let me just get to the end screen and flip out of the thing. So, plan for next week. I'm not sure what I'll be streaming. We got a few different things on the plate. I don't really want to commit to anything right now because plans are liable to change. And also I'm very tired and I don't want to say I'm going to do something and then forget that I'm going to do it. So next week I have Tuesday off at least, so I might be able. No, I'm doing a thing then that evening. I can't really stream too late. Damn it. And then I don't have Thursday off, so I can't do that either. But the plan is to stream Tuesday and Thursday morning at our normal time for approximately our normal duration. I might do something a little bit more just fun, shooting the breeze kind of thing. I might do like, what do I got? I got World of Tanks, but I don't really want to do that. We could do some Subnautica. We haven't. Well, we did that last week. We did some Subnautica. We could do some more of that. Also, Hunter Call of the Wild got a recent new weapon pack, so I might check that out. I don't know. Haven't done Supermarket Simulator in forever. We've got options, but I'm gonna go lay down because I've been running around like crazy this past couple days. I'll catch you all next week at around 8 a.m., 8:15 a.m. ish. On Tuesday and Thursday. Those are our normal times, and we'll see what we're doing when we get there. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. Ciao.